Hi, I'm Joe Beretta.
I'm Lee Newton.
SourceFed. I am dejected, desperate. I thought I would have been acquitted. I still don't understand what I've been convicted of. This is the stunned reaction of one of 7 Italian scientists and Earth experts that were just convicted of manslaughter. They were sentenced to 6 years in prison for not warning and readying the residents of L'Aquila of an earthquake that struck in 2009 and killed 308 people.
6 years for not being able to predict an earthquake? Newsflash, no one can predict earthquakes, and everyone knows this fact.
Everyone!
Even us not scientist types.
We're talking about us!
Yeah, which is why actual scientist types around the world are screaming, what the frick is going on?
This group of scientists and seismologists were part of the Grand Commission on High Risks, which apparently were brought together in a Justice League of Earth Sciences type fashion to do a bunch of things, one of which was to warn people of impending earth-rattling doom, which they failed to do after a series of tiny tremors hit the area before the 6.3 tremor struck on April 6, 2009.
Now, the city was devastated and is still rebuilding and recovering, and people are healing, but one thing remains certain. You can't predict earthquakes.
You can't predict earthquakes!
Now, if these convictions hold up, I guess we should maybe start charging meteorologists for not being able to predict tornadoes.
Yeah, and what about Pierce Brosnan and his team for the deaths on Dante's Peak? And look, I realized that Pierce actually did predict the volcano's eruption and tried to get his team on board, and they did not. But guess what? I also realized that I'm talking about a movie and not real life. But who cares? This conviction is so out there and crazy that we might as well convict people in movies too. It's no more crazy than what's happening. Okay, maybe it's a little bit crazy. You can't predict earthquakes!
You can't predict earthquakes! The biggest mistake in this whole debacle is that an organization was created with the hopes that it could do the impossible. An organization that was based in good intentions, but maybe a little short-sighted. But here's the thing, if they start sending experts to prison after looking to them to utilize their expertise, then other experts are going to be hesitant to offer their services to people. We don't want that. We need those smart people.
We need them to think for us because we cannot.
We don't. We want the smart people.
Now, the convictions are not set in stone because they need to go through at least one appeal, so they won't see prison time for a bit, and hopefully not at all because, you can't predict earthquakes!
You cannot predict earthquakes.
Oh, earthquake! Lee, get ready!
Huh?
No earthquake. I tried to predict one, didn't happen.
You know what, I am gonna predict an earthquake. It's gonna happen within the next 5 years.
Ooh. Somewhere.
Somewhere.
In the universe.
You can't predict earthquakes.
So what do you guys think of this whole thing? Let us know your thoughts and stuff in the comments down below.
And of course, click on that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, or head on over to SourceFed.com for all of our news and stories. I'm Lee Newton.
I'm Joe Beretta.
Oh, hold on. Godzilla attack.
You can't predict those either.